Hey guys, what's up? So I wanted to do an updated coloring book collection for you guys. I've kind of organized these how I think they should go. It's definitely expanded since the last video. Yeah. So this is going to be fun, and I'll explain the little flags when I get to them. Okay, so this first part here is going to be just kind of like the oddball ones that, I looked through like on Amazon or in the store and I thought were pretty cool. And so this one was in the last video. I had just gotten this one in the last video. As you can see, there's some flags here. Now the flags are, I have an artist mind, I have an artist brain, and when I look at a picture like here, let me see, well, that one's on the front cover, that one doesn't really count. That one's on the cover too. I'm trying to pick one that's not on the cover. Okay, so see, like this. When I look at it, I start to see colors, be put to it, so I just flag it. So that way when I'm going to sit down and I don't know what color necessarily, I can, go to those flags and be like, oh, okay, let's do this. Let's see where this takes us. So yeah, so that's what those flags are. I haven't colored anything in this one yet. Excuse me, ma'am, could you get off of those? I know it's metal, but still, you didn't break it, but you knocked one down. There's another part to this that I'm really, really excited for, that I'm saving for the end. So yeah, so I haven't colored in this one yet, but these flags are there just in case I ever want to. So yeah, and this one was the adult coloring book designs. I don't necessarily know the publication company. It doesn't really say. It doesn't say any illustrators or anything like that. So yeah. Okay, next, this was in the last video as well. There's some flags here. This one I have colored in. Let me see here. Okay, so I colored the front page there. And then I realized that there was a bigger picture of it somewhere in the book. So yeah, so here's one of the ones that I did. Kind of colorful. It's like, I guess you could call it a hamsa, even though the hamsas are normally like that. So I guess you could call it a hamsa, I don't know. Some of the bits and pieces to it aren't exactly colored in yet. There's another one in here. Oh, here's the bigger part of what's on the cover. See, there's that, and then look on the cover, there it is again. So I might color it the same way. I'm not sure yet. So let's see here. Here's another type of hamsa. I haven't necessarily flagged it, but anything can happen, right? I'm trying to find the other picture that I know that's in here that I've colored already. I think I may have colored it before I did the last video like this. It's somewhere in here. I did it all with a gel pen and it looks all sparkly and pretty. Here it is. Not necessarily finished, but it's all 100% gel pen. So yeah. So that's that one. So yeah. Okay, next is the Colorama. More flags here. Now this book, even though it was one of the technical, first books I ever bought after the whole adult coloring book craze started, I kind of use it more as like a tester book type of thing, to test color palettes and stuff like that. So let's see here. I just finished a page. Where did it go? Well, I'm almost done with this one. I just have to add more yellow, and it's almost done. So the last one I did was this heart. I really liked how it came out. So yeah. It looks kind of antique-ish, so yeah. But yeah, there are a few flags here, just, to see what would strike my fancy, so. Yeah, but see, this is what is mostly in the book. It's just, different things, so you really could use it as a tester book like that. So, yeah. And then, this was my very first one, as you guys know. There's only one flag here, and it actually is the corresponding page to the cover. So, I'll show you. It's not done yet. Actually, I'll be honest, I get a little dizzy having to look at the page and having to look at the cover. Normally I'll take a picture of it and I'll have it here on the Kindle while I'm doing it. I just haven't done that yet, so yeah. And then this one, my mom actually sent me. She sent this to me before Christmas, I think, or sometime before Christmas, because she also sent me a like a kind of a wrap thing that she made. So yeah, as you can see here, there's a few flags, and I've actually already colored in this book. So here, I will show you what I have colored. Oh, here's one. This is another tester page, as you can see. It's just random colors. Okay, here. This was the very first one I did. Like, as soon as I got it, I started coloring in it. So I got this in October. And it kind of reminded me of Doctor Who, with the gears and stuff. So I kind of, did it like steampunk. And then the other page that I've done in here is... I actually really like this page. It reminded me of, remember in like early 2000s when you were looking for your school supplies and you would find those, not like necessarily Lisa Frank, it wasn't Life Touch either, but it was just, like a random stationery company, and they had those 3D like folders and notebooks, and they were bubbles. That's what I immediately saw when I saw this page. So yeah, very, very pink, very girly. I normally don't do so much pink, but when I was looking at it, I'm like, you know what, there's no other colors that would work perfect for this besides pink. It looks very, Valentine's Day-y, so yeah. So as you can see, I used Sharpie, so that's what some of the darker outlines are. So yeah. And as you can see, in those parts where they kind of clash, I kind of tried to make it look transparent. I'm not exactly sure how to do that yet. So yeah. So this one, I got because I was gonna try it out and then send it to my mom if I liked it. So this one, it was very cheap at the time I bought it. I think I bought it around Cyber Monday last year. I don't know. And I actually really do like it. It's a really cool book. I don't necessarily have anything colored in at the moment in here. The last page I did in here, I ripped it out and I put it in my binder. So, but yeah, no, it's a really cool book. It's awesome. They have a second one to it. Butterfly Dreams or Butterfly Wings or something like that. But she's a great illustrator. Her name is Sharina Coe, and you can find her on Amazon. Really great books. Love them. So, yeah. Alright, so next is, these are really cool books. I have one of them featured in my last video, and I've just gotten a couple more. So these necessarily aren't exactly the same kind of paper, but they serve the same kind of purpose, I guess you could say, because this first one is different from the other two. So this is a stained glass book. I got this last year at the Renaissance, and there was a flag in here. Where is it? I think it was on a picture of a pineapple. But here's one of the ones that I've colored in here. Really proud of this one. I really liked it. And I've colored a few in here. There's this one. I don't necessarily like this one because it looks all dirty and stuff. It's actually what's here on the front cover, kind of. Sort of. I don't know. And then there's a bigger picture of it. This is more like what's on the front cover. So yeah, so that is that. Okay, so this is Chartwell Books. It doesn't have an author, but there are other books in the collection, like there's one for fairies, flowers, impressionist, I don't know what that wouldn't be, mandala, tattoo, and Victoriana. So I'm going to look when I go this year, see if I can find that bookstore again, and if I can find it, I might get another one. I'm not sure. It was actually really cheap. It was like $7.99, which is normally how much coloring books go for. They're like $5 to anywhere around maybe $10, $15. Depends on how good of a book it is, the quality and stuff like that. So the next one I featured in my last one. The next one, as you guys know, is my favorite. I love skulls. I love Day of the Dead. So that's this one. I have already done this one here. I've been working on, I don't have it, it's in my binder. I've been working on one for this part here. So, and that's about it. Haven't really colored much in it. I'm learning how to kind of work with this paper because it's like parchment paper. So I'm kind of learning how to work with it. So yeah. And then this was another book that I wanted to get from my mom when I was working. They actually sold it at the same store that I got the Day of the Dead one at. And by the time that I had gone back to try and get it, they didn't have it anymore. And then we went up to Mount Lemon last couple weeks ago. Last week. No, a couple weeks ago. And we went into one of the stores, and surprisingly, they had this book. I was so happy. They also actually had one of Janet Basford's books, but they marked it up way, way high for way more, way, way worse than what you can get it for here in town and online. It was like $16, and you can get it on Amazon and in town for like anywhere from around $9 to $11. That was crazy. So this one is The Butterfly Stained Glass. I've done this page here, and it's right here. So yeah, I really like the colors. I thought it was pretty cool. I'm actually going to send it to my mom. I might color this whole book and send it to my mom. I don't know. I'd started coloring one in that other stained glass book that was a butterfly. Okay, if you haven't figured out yet, my mom likes butterflies. So yeah. This is another one that I'm working on. It's in the back, actually. Right there. And so yeah. So I really like these kinds of books because you can put them in your window. It depends on, what colors you use and how intense they are. They give off, really good, it's awesome. I love it. So, but yeah, like I said, I'm trying to, learn how to work with this paper. So, yeah. So that is that. Lots of butterflies in it, and I love it. Okay, so next is these ones. Now, I think I featured one of them in my last video. I don't necessarily know how to color these things yet. That's another one that I'm trying to figure out. So yeah. But this one, my grandpa got because he interviewed somebody from the Gem and Mineral Show. So this one just has kind of like, a few things that you can color and a little bit of information on the rock. Like, here there's fluorite. There's the rock, and then there's a little bit of information there about it. So yeah, I thought that was pretty cool because I love gems. I'm a girl. Rocks are a girl's best friend when it comes to, to that kind of stuff. So, yeah, I haven't started coloring this yet because I want to kind of research it and kind of put proper colors to things. So, yeah. And then this one, I think I featured in my last one. Again, I don't necessarily know how to color these because if you look at this, I don't know if it's anywhere in the book, but that's a little kind of advanced for me. I don't know. But they're supposed to, it's supposed to mellow back to your zodiac sign. So I'm Cancer, so mine would be, let me see here. I think it was, I want to say, I don't know what mine was. Let me see here. And I don't know necessarily if it's, like, okay, so here's the, the zodiac sign and everything that goes along with it. I don't know if this is necessarily that rock or anything, or what, so I couldn't tell you. And I know this filming angle is kind of weird. I have a bunch of stuff on the cubby that I need to kind of straighten up. Okay, so see here it says, mine is Desert Rose Salentine. Let me see if there's one in here. Okay, it's not in here. So I don't know if this is necessarily a Desert Rose Salentine. I don't know what they look like, so, yeah. But it says, okay, so other crystals that go along with this are, for my zodiac sign, are tree agate, ruby kyanite, rose quartz, malachite, pink calcite, and desert rose salentine. Which is cool because I love quartz and I love rubies, so, yeah. Okay, so next, these are my favorite books. Okay, so this first one that I'm going to show you, I had originally pre-ordered it, and I didn't have money at the time, so I had to wait a little while, and I ended up getting it the day before we went to what do you call it, to the Renaissance. And along with it, I had ordered a necklace. Um, it was a TARDIS, and this was the day before. I didn't know that I was going to go and find my weeping angel. So, you know, and then my dad got me one for my birthday. I'm like, oh god. So the one that my dad got me, I have it up where I'm just gonna be able to ignore it, because I know if I take it down, I'm gonna color in it, and someday, who knows, maybe all my, obsessive Doctor Who collecting will add up to something, and, yeah. So this is the Doctor Who coloring book, the first one. Really love this book. It's awesome. As you can see, there are a few flags here. I have colored in this one already. This is the original one that I got. So here's one that's not finished yet, but it's a weeping angel. Yes, I know, weeping angels just seem to be a recurring thing with me, isn't it? I think they are probably one of my favorite villains, just because it's so, because, statues are so creepy as it is, and then you wonder, your mind just instantly goes to, I wonder if these things move, because then you start, going like, that's the whole kind of mind fuck complex where you're like, are those eyes following me? And you do this. And the whole thing with the weeping angels is blink and you're dead. I know. Don't breathe, don't blink and you're dead, or something like, I can't remember right now. I'm pretty sure it's in here. Let me see. Don't turn your back, don't look away, and don't blink. So that's as much as I can remember of it. There's more to it, I just can't remember. So yeah, so it's just like a reoccurring. I don't know why I like the Weeping Angels so much. It's just like the first thing I think when I think Doctor Who is Weeping Angel. Weeping Angel and then TARDIS. I don't know why. So yeah, so that's this one. And then for Christmas, my dad got me the second one. Oh my god. You guys, okay, this one, I love that book, but this one has to be my favorite just because of one page. So, I know I haven't shown my backpack in any videos, but my backpack is definitely my baby. It's something that I'm happy I splurged on. So, last July, or not last July, but a couple years back, when I was working, I had gone to the movies, and I was going to see two of them, but of course it was, kind of in the middle. There was a couple hours in between, so I'm like, you know what? I'm going to go shopping. I'm going to go Christmas shopping, because there was some stuff that I had seen at Spencer's for my dad, and, stuff that I had seen at Hot Topic for my grandpa and stuff like that. And so when I walked into Hot Topic, they were, selling back to school stuff already. And I saw this backpack that I'd been seeing for months on Facebook and on the Hot Topic website. And this is another one of the things that I kind of identify with in the show. I don't know why. There was this, they did this episode with Van Gogh, and at the end of it, Van Gogh did this painting, and he called it The Explosion of the TARDIS. And I don't know why. Again, it's another thing I identify with. I don't know why. But just, it's it's so tacky that it's beautiful. It's one of those things that if you see it from far away, it kind of looks weird. And then you walk up to it, you get closer to it, and it's like, okay then. So when I was looking through this, I wasn't expecting to find anything related to it remotely at all. Now, I haven't colored it yet, so it doesn't look like anything. It will once it's colored. So this is it. This is the explosion of the TARDIS. There's that. So when I saw it, I just went, oh my god. And, he actually said something in reference to it. You see how they roar their light. Everywhere we look, the complex magic of nature blazes before our eyes. Vincent van Gogh from Vincent and the Doctor in 2010, which was my doctor's time, Matt Smith. My mom, it's funny, because I get so much of my art complex and my obsessions from my mom. Like, okay, my mom is very creative, so of course it's going to run, I'm going to be creative. And then come to find out, she was obsessed with Doctor Who. Her doctor was actually Tom Baker. And then, lo and behold, I one time made a Doctor Who scarf because, again, it was something that everybody identifies with. Everybody, as soon as you say Doctor Who, you think the Tom Baker scarf. Because he just did so many weird things with it. It was like his yardstick. It was weird. So I made it, and then come to find out, my mom's doctor was Tom Baker. So, that I thought that was pretty cool. So this, my grandpa got me for Christmas. This has a lot of flags on it. I'm going to be coloring this for months. So I love Joanna Basford. She's probably one of my favorite coloring book artists. Just, her work is so beautiful, like The Lost Ocean and stuff like that. Like, you look at it and you're like, I don't want to ruin it. It's too pretty, I don't want to ruin it. So I've been wanting one of these books for months, since I saw it, come out. So this is her Christmas book, Joanna's Christmas, and I've actually started a few pages, but there's one that's actually really solidly finished in here, and it's a mandala. As soon as I can find it. Okay, here it is. So yeah, it kind of reminds me of Twilight Sparkle from, from My Little Pony, and I think I actually binged on season 5 while I was coloring this. Yes, I watched My Little Pony, people. Okay, leave me alone. But yeah, no, I really love this book. It's really cool. This is one of the ones that I was kind of playing around with. I'm kind of playing around with using eyeshadow as a background. And from what I've seen, people don't use any, fixative or anything to keep it stuck to the page. They just use eyeshadow. But I was dumb. I decided to use black pencil, and then, so it had something to stick to, because the pencils I used in this book are wax-based. I'll get to that in a minute. So I used the black pencil, and then I went over it with the eyeshadow. I'd, sweep some of it away. I'd lay down another layer of the pencil, and then I'd go back in with eyeshadow, and then I'd blend it all together with the white. I don't know why. Don't ask me why. It was a mistake. I've just seen people use the eyeshadow. No, just plain eyeshadow. So yeah, but no, I'm experimenting. I'm, trying to figure it out. So yeah. And I've actually also seen a lot of people do what I did with this and color the front cover. Actually, it just ends, like, the publicist just, basically did the outside of it. So I just took it upon myself to kind of color the inside. So yeah, so that's this one. And what I really like about this is she put a color palette test page back here. So as you can see there at the top, I started to use it what it was intended for. That is my color formula for Brick Red. And then that little part there underneath it was kind of the tester of it. And then I just, started just doing whatever to it. So yeah, that's sad. Okay, miss? Ma'am, are you being a butt, huh? Oh, what, the attention's not on you? Come on, well. Somebody wants to say hi. Say hi, baby. I mean, come on, did you guys think that this wasn't gonna happen? You gonna sit there? You gonna sit? Oh, no? Your brother? No? It's sad because she looks like one of her eyes is getting really cloudy, like she's getting a cataract. So, it's old age. You guys have seen her face, how wide it is. She's my little vieja, so yeah. So moving on. So this, yes. Some of you might be able to see what it says up there. I'm so happy. So Creative Haven is one of probably, next to Joanna Basford, it's probably like one of the best, like, it's one of the originals, and their work is, oh god, it's beautiful. And I'm going to show you one that I didn't do, because mine sucked. I had a good idea going, and it just looks like, oh, I'll be honest, it looks like crap. I need to go in and blend it together a little bit better, and yeah. And so yeah, so my grandpa, he for Christmas got me a set of colored pencils, which again I'll get to in a second, and this book. He had given me a limit of like $40, so the price of the book and the pencils was like, yeah. So here is my, okay, well here's one I did. Kind of corresponds to the page that's back here. So yeah, there's a bigger picture of it in the back. So here, I'm going to show you mine first, because I think mine comes up first. So now, I thought many, many different things when I saw this page. First, I thought, oh my god, it's Jarrett from Labyrinth, or, David Bowie. And so I'm like, okay, I'm going to make it David Bowie, and he's looking down on Hoggle and Sarah trying to make it through the labyrinth. And then the more I looked at it, I'm like, no. That's Jen from Dark Crystal. Yeah, god, I just nerd everywhere, wasn't I just now? So, yeah, that's so that's Jen from the Dark Crystal, and, yeah, the background, I just figured dead logs or dead trees or something like that, and then the background is supposed to look like a sunset. Like I said, I need to go in and blend it better together, and actually one of the purples that I used reminded me of the color of the Dark Crystal, so, yeah. So that's mine, and then this is my stepmom's. Now my stepmom has taken art classes, so she's a little more advanced. Her work looks a little bit better than mine. She did hers kind of rainbow brighty, kind of like Rainbow Bright. Anyways, so when she had showed us when she had just colored the hair, I'm like, color it teal and it could be Rainbow Dash. And of course, they looked at me like I was crazy, like, what are you talking about? And, of course, had I been sitting with my little brother's friend, she would have been like, yes. Because she watches My Little Pony, and she would have been like, yes, bitch, let's take that, let's color it teal. That's freaking Rainbow Dash, So here's the bigger page of the one that's in the front. And it was funny because when I got this and I was looking through it, my grandma was putting my gift together. I, of course, had to open it and take out the pencils and the book. So I was looking through it as she was putting everything else into the bag. And I'm looking through it and I'm like, oh my god, I see so many things that can be colored. And then this one, I immediately thought, because I was a nerd when I was a kid and I grew up, my aunt raised me right. She, they had me watch Star Wars and Xena Warrior Princess every fucking day, people. So as soon as I saw this, I thought, oh my god, it's Xena Warrior Princess. And then my stepmom, was looking through it, looking for her page, and she's like, that looks like She-Ra. And she showed my dad, and he goes, yeah, it is. So, of course, they Googled She-Ra, and I'm like, oh my god, it is her. Okay, let's have fun. So I don't know who I'm going to color it as, Xena or She-Ra, I don't know yet. So now we'll get to the part that I'm so happy about and I'm obsessed now. So for Christmas, my grandpa got me this. It's the 24 set of Prismacolor Premieres. Um, and actually, I guess you could kind of say that he got me two of them because he got for Christmas from his company a $50 gift card for Amazon, and he doesn't order anything from Amazon, so he gave it to me. So I wound up ordering a Prismacolor accessory set, which is um, a blender pencil, a graphite pencil, a sharpener, um, a kneadable eraser, a regular eraser, and a blender marker, which I loved, but the graphite pencil came split, so it sucked. But I've been like buying graphite pencils here and there because they're so cheap and you get two of them. So I'm like, it's always good to have them on hand because I do sharpen the pencils so much. Like, look. So the other set that I actually ordered with the gift card was this one, and it's so cool because there's duplicates in here that go back to what I had in here. So I just took this original set, incorporated it into this bigger set, and took the duplicates out and put the duplicates in here. So that way it would be like, so I have, fresh pencil. Like I think this Parma Violet I'm going to need to take out soon because it's getting small. So fresh pencil, there you go. So to me, see, in that sense, it's just easier to buy. I don't know how that went. It's just easier to buy the sets because you get a case and, can have those put aside. So I'm hoping with my tax return to get the next size up from this. So this is the 48 set. I really like this set. I've really sharpened the fuck out of them. Like here is my PC909. I don't remember what color that was. I have my, where's the thing? I don't know where the color swatch page is. But yeah, this is a green one. I think it might be grass green. Let's see here. Yeah, I think it might be grass green. Yeah, I have to put this in the pencil extender now. There's another one that's pretty small too. Let's see. Oh. This one, I think this one was the Spanish orange. Or maybe the yellow ochre or something like that. So yeah, that's getting pretty small. The cream is starting to get a little small. So, yeah, there's a lot of them that are starting to... What I liked about this set was that you get silver and gold, actually. I thought that was pretty cool. So here's the silver. I haven't necessarily used it yet. And then here's the gold. The gold I've used a little. So yeah, so I really like it. And yeah. I'm not exactly sure what the next size up from this would be. I think it would maybe the 75. I'm not sure. So yeah. And I would do the same thing. I would take the duplicates out and I would incorporate them into the bigger set and put the 48 duplicates into this one. So yeah. And I really like the tin a little bit better because with cardboard it's just so... It crumbles and bends and everything so easily. When I was trying to figure out, like, okay, would I go for the cardboard or the metal? And to me, the metal casing, is better because it offers more protection to it. Actually, it was funny because I had just put the duplicates in this one, and I had it sitting here on the bed. I was coloring, and I was actually making a video, I think, at Christmas haul, and Luna decided to be a butt, and she knocked this off the bed. The pencils went everywhere. I instantly just had this, oh my god, I wanted to kill her type thing. Like, oh god, I've never felt so mad at her in my life. And, unless I find, like, paper towels and stuff that she shreds up. Yeah, see, she knows because she just went to curl up into a little ball. I shouldn't. Anyways. So, but yeah, no, oh god, I was so mad. Because with these, you have to be very careful because the cores are so soft. And, so a lot of people, they try and be careful with them, not to drop them or anything. because, yeah, the cord can, break and you're, oh God, it's horrible. Like, I've never been so careful with a set of pens or anything like that. Well, besides my gel pen set, which I have in the stadium stand, and I have the plastic box that came in that I put on top of it, so that way, like, dust or anything doesn't get on it. Like, I had, like, you guys have seen Sassy when she gets up on the dresser behind me and she knocks stuff down. Like, I instantly, like, when I get any, like, storage thing or anything, I have to think, okay, can the cat get to this? Like, Jennifer Stay, Coloring Pages Bliss, she just did a review for something that Totally Tiffany sent her, and it was a storage case, but you set it up and the stuff sticks out. Now, which is really cool, if you have, like, Copics, you want to be able to see the code and the color. No, it's completely understandable. It's cool. But me, I instantly have to start thinking like a parent. Like, okay, can they get to this? Can they knock it out? What, like, because Sassy, she rubs on everything. So if she sees a pen sticking out of something, she doesn't care. She'll rub on it and she'll knock it down and, eventually kick it off the table. So I'm like, no, I can't have that. It has to be standing up, stationary, and it has to have something covering it so she doesn't get to it. I've had this set for a few months now, and because because it has the plastic on it, she rubs on the plastic instead rather than the pens, which is good. So yeah, but I've also seen some problems with having them standing up like that. Two of them have exploded on me. So yeah, luckily there's like duplicates and triplicates of the colors, but still. So yeah. So, but I'm gonna go now, guys, because this video is getting pretty long. But I hope you guys enjoyed. Some of these I did not buy on Amazon. I can't tell you exactly, like, where they were, how much they are, nothing like that. Like, some of them, as you saw, didn't have an illustrator or a publication company. So yes, I'm gonna go. Me and Luna are gonna color and watch Joy, based on Joy Mangano. Oh, guess what? For Christmas, I finally got my purse. For those of you who are like, what are you talking about, your purse? If you go back to the Shemergency Kit video, I mentioned how I love Joy Mangano and that I've always wanted one of her and Amon's purses, and I finally got it for Christmas, and I am so happy. I love it. It's my baby. So, and of course I have to watch Joy, duh. I'm actually really surprised at how it all kind of started, so, yeah, maybe I'll do a review of that for my next video. But other than that, I will see you guys next time. Hopefully, I'm actually going to be getting a new dresser and nightstands, actually. I've never had nightstands. So I'm not exactly sure. Maybe the filming situation might change. I don't know yet. I want to keep the cubby, but it looks like I might have to get rid of it. I don't know. I want to keep the cubby because it's good to keep all my stuff in it, and I can sit at it, so I don't know what's going to happen. I'm kind of nervous about that. So, yeah, but I'll see you guys later. Bye! Mwah!